Hey everybody, Alyssa here from Becoming Memories, and I'm so excited to show you my October kit for How to Kill a Kit with Style. This kit is enormous, but I'm going to push this aside for a second and I'm going to show you what inspired this entire kit. And that is something I have never done before. I have based my entire kit around these Project Life cards. And here's the deal. This is the Bright and Bold edition from Project Life. And I purchased this quite a while ago on Tuesday morning. And I have never seen this before. I hadn't seen it before until I saw it in Tuesday morning. And I know it's been around for quite some time, 2015, so about 4 years. But I love it. I love the bold colors. I love the retro vibe. I love everything about this. When I first started scrapbooking, my favorite manufacturer was KI Memories, and they had a similar bold, bright aesthetic. And so I bought this and then I put it on my shelf and I never got around to using it. So I decided that I was going to base this month's kit around this Bright and Bold edition of Project Life. So I'm going to show you really quickly the cards that I picked out, and then you'll be able to see. I'm going to go ahead and just kind of like put these along the side here, and then I can show you some of the papers that I picked to go with these. This is a carousel, obviously. This, I cannot wait. I'm going to fussy cut those hearts. I can already tell you. And most of these just have very basic journaling, not perfect, but so close it scares me. They have great journaling on the background, or on the reverse side, I mean. Yay! Yay! So I didn't pick very many pattern papers. I'll show you in a minute what I did pick, because my intention is to use these cards as my pattern paper. I want to fussy cut them. I want to cut out the words and use those. I want to use some of these as titles. Use the journaling bits, obviously. Heck to the yes. Look at that. I just love it. I love, 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 love the vibe of these. I'm going to push these a little bit more together. And when I was putting this kit together, this is exactly what I did. I laid these cards out and then I started putting, look, another great one to fussy cut. These last ones are not double-sided, but look at those birds. Like, how adorable are they? Okay. And then I have these 3x4 cards as well. And most of these, again, have just journaling. This is, oh, this one is from Pretty Little Studio like years ago. This is not a Project Life one, but it snuck in there. Yay, yay, yay. More flowers to fussy cut. There is going to be a Bright and Bold floral layout coming this month. Because look, a lot of these are the same. I love that. Oh my gosh. Going places. So I'm also planning, I've had some requests on my channel here from, oh, got two of those, to do some more Pocket Life, listen to me, Project Life style pages on YouTube. And so I'm going to, I mean, how could I not do more of those with these amazing cards? Trying to kind of go quick so that I don't, look at these, more fussy cutting, yay. And look, I mean, it's so versatile. These are going to be great, and this is going to challenge me to do more journaling. Okay, Ferris wheel. Life is so bright and colorful. I mean, look at that. I could see cutting off the edge here so that I can use this on 2 different pages. Not that I really need to, because I think you get like 6 of each. Positive vibes. I think you get about 6 of each in one of these core kits. We still have some carousel layouts to do, so that would be another fun thing. I'm your number one fan with little, like almost like a plaid on the back. Yesterday and Tomorrow, Life is a Series of Miracles, and this card again in a different color. Okay, so look at that explosion of bold, bright, retro-ish colors and patterns. Like, how amazing is that? So since this is the base of my kit, I did not pull a whole lot of pattern paper, but I'll show you what I did pull. I tried to pull some bases that were somewhat neutral, but also a couple of options. This is a Swiss dot from, this is from, I think that's a Basil Swiss dot, I believe. There's another Basil. I've been watching some videos lately with dark blue and black backgrounds, and so I want to give that a try because I think all this color on a dark background is really going to pop. So there are a couple of background patterns here, and then just some like more neutral. This is a dots and stripes in black, and then I pulled crafts. So this is a dot and stripe as well, has a dot on the back. This is just a craft. By the way, look at all these different crafts. Like, one craft does not fit all, clearly. Look, I've got 4 different shades here just of craft. And then black and more white. Okay, so I pulled these, all of these, mainly for backgrounds because I may use some pattern as backgrounds, but again, there's a lot of color and pattern going on here. I also pulled, because I was on the subject of smaller patterns, I went ahead and pulled some 8x8 papers, and I have several 8x8 paper pads and I never use them. Like, I always forget that they're there. And so I thought this was a good time to maybe pull out a few that would give me some. This is a pattern. I mean, this is little ants, little picnic ants. This is from Authentique. And some patterns to layer up with these patterns that will kind of allow these bold ones to shine, but still give me some more options. So the black and white ants with a plaid. Some little cut aparts. These first ones here with like a basket weave. I thought this was kind of vintage and kind of vibed with some of these. A floral, black and white, and a red and white stripe that has ladybugs on the back. I don't remember the name of this Authentique collection offhand. A black and white gingham with a green stripe. I mean, look how great this green matches. And that basket weave again, but with some white florals. And another gingham. A colorful stripe that is kind of the same tones. Like, I really was trying to pick things that were the same tones as these cards. And in fact, this card right here, let me put this over here. This card right here was kind of the inspiration when I was choosing pattern papers. I was kind of looking at this card in particular to choose my colors. Okay, now I also have a few 8x8 pattern papers from Pretty Little Studio. I was on their design team back in 2012 or 13, something like that. No, probably 2011. Well, this is 2011, so probably 2011, 2012. And these are like pretty lightweight papers. They're not cardstocks. Pretty Little Studio's paper has changed and the quality has improved since this point. These are 8 years old when Pretty Little Studio is still like a new company. So these are from April Showers and they're one-sided. Look at these little dolls. When I was on their design team, I was using a bunch of these and I haven't in ages, but look, especially this one right here. Look how cool that could be with some of these patterns. And this yellow, like, look at that. Okay, so anyway, I am inspired to try to use this because I have not used one of these little figures in probably 6 years. So we're going to try to get those on the page. All right, so this is from Pretty Little Studio as well. It's a pink polka dot. I'm running out of space. Here, move over here. A white raindrop, or a blue raindrop on white. A yellow sunburst. I pulled 2 of those because I had a couple of ideas for that. A red and white polka dot. Again, just kind of trying to pull. This is a little more of a cherry red than some of these reds, but I think it definitely shows up in some places. A blue and white stripe, and then a blue and white polka dot. And these are from Scrumdiddlyumptious, which I think is also from maybe 2010, 2011. Okay, so that is all of my, oh, no, that is not all of my paper. I also pulled this 6x6. I just couldn't stop when I was making this kit. This is My Bright Life from Jen Hadfield. And I pulled it because it has some metallics in it. It also has some florals that I could mix in. And the tones and the shades, you can see here, are right in line with. And also this wood grain. Like, I think I could use some of these wood grain tags. And these birds, I mean, look, it's like, it's totally right in line with these cards. Okay. So that is all the paper, I think. All right, so let's see here what else I've got. I have the sticker sheet here from My Bright Life, which is this same collection. And there's some cool vintage. I wouldn't necessarily call this collection vintage or retro, but like this yellow daisy teapot, like totally fits the vibe of this, at least to me. You might be totally disagreeing with me, and that's okay. And then I pulled some chip stickers. These are from Basic Gray. I pulled this for this tree and maybe the cherries, but there are some other little bits in there that could work. And then I pulled this because I do have 2 boys and 2 girls, and so I thought some of these images, like this camera and a few other things, could work with these as well. And arrows, that kind of thing. And the colors are definitely there, like the blue, yellow, and green are definitely here. Okay, so we have those. And this watermelon also. It's just great. Okay, let me see here. I'm trying to make this kind of make sense here. Okay, I also pulled some alterable, a random star. This is from Pretty Little Studio, I believe. Some just chipboard, like ATC kind of squares. They're not quite 3x4. They're more like 2x3, I think. But I thought maybe some mixed media fun. And then I have these little craft envelope pockets that I think will fit, yes. So I was picturing maybe like a grid type of layout, or maybe just putting these on a pocket page and embellishing the front, and then like journaling, doing some somewhat more hidden, a little bit more hidden journaling. Okay, so I have those in here. Let's see, let's not do alphabets yet. Some puffy stickers from Ellie's Studio, and they are from the Family Fun collection. I've used a lot of them. There were some reds and yellows in here, and they're all gone. But this blue and gray definitely, and green definitely works. So I'm kind of hoping to maybe use this up completely this month. We'll see how that goes. These are from the Basic Gray Wander collection, another thing that I've had for ages, and I really, honestly, this is not really my style anymore, but I might try and get them on a layout, or I might pull them apart and use them. We'll see. Some rub-ons from the Basic Gray Wander collection. These are heavily used, and I'm not 100% sure they still work, but I'm going to give it a shot. And apparently I thought the Basic Gray Wander collection worked really well with this. I mean, it's not quite a perfect match, but I think some of them can work. These are the epoxy arrows, and they are starting to fade a little bit yellow, so I don't know, we'll see what happens. I may actually try pulling them apart and seeing if I can peel like the epoxy layer off and just use the pattern paper layer. I have no idea if that will work, but we'll find out. Okay, so at this point I pretty much had this, and then I was like, okay, I don't have any ephemera, like I need some more layering pieces, right? So I pulled 2 ephemeras. This is from the My Bright Life Jen Hadfield, and it has a lot of that wood grain. The teacups and the lemons and a few things that kind of read a little bit vintage to me are in there. And then this pea pod parts, this is from Jelly Bean Soup, and totally different vibe than the My Bright Life, but also a vibe that I think works with these cards, maybe not on the same page. But I love that this kit like gives me a few different directions to go and still use these Project Life cards. Okay, I think that's it except for I have some washi tapes. I just pulled out a couple of my favorite, about 4 of my favorite neutral, like black and white or gray. And then this polka dot was just like a no-brainer. That just kind of like called to me to go with that. That's from My Mind's Eye. And then I think, I'm not even sure where this one's from, but just a green with white polka dots. Okay, so that is that. All right, now we're on to alphas, and I have red bean board alphas from Jelly Bean Soup. And they are they're totally the right red to go with this. That's why I pulled those. I have, let me move a little bit of this out of the way. This alphabet here from Let Your Heart Decide by Pink Fresh Studio. This I pulled because it's puffy, and I feel like these alphabets kind of have that retro vibe as well. Plus, you know, they're puffy, so that's awesome. These little alphabets, who remembers these? These are from Webster's Pages, and this was a 12 by 12 sheet that I cut apart. I had pretty much used the like 6 by 12, the bigger alphabet that was on the side. Remember, these were like this way on the sheet, and then there was a big 6 by 12. Anyways, the colors here seem to work, so I pulled those out. This was in last month's kit. No, this was an August kit. I didn't do a September kit because we had a very busy month. And I actually used it quite a bit, but as you can see, there's still a ton left, and I've had this for probably 10 years. So we're going to give that another go. I have these wood veneer, not wood veneer, chipboard wood grain look thickers. These are from, I think these are from Patio Party. I don't, yeah, I think these are from Patio Party. But thought maybe the wood grain would look kind of cool. A white thicker in a skinny font. And then I pulled this one. This is a Dear Lizzie one. I pulled it because it kind of had a retro vibe to me. I do interpret retro kind of loosely, I realize that, but there you have it. And then this like Scrabble tile alphabet, which unfortunately got a little bit sun faded, but that's okay. There aren't really too many that were damaged by that, so on this side is fine. So there's quite a bit left there, quite a bit of life there left. And the very last thing I pulled are just some white little shapes that I cut out with my Silhouette Cameo. There are some labels, some stars, and I believe some circles. And they're just plain white shapes that I can alter in any way I like. So maybe some mixed media fun with those. And that is it. If you are still with me, thanks so much for hanging for a very long video. But I cannot wait to dig into this kit and bring you some hopefully awesome process videos. I have so many ideas of how I want to use this kit, so I can't wait to get started. I will see you soon. Bye-bye.